Happy Friday, my celery juice lovers. How's everybody doing this morning? I already made my celery juice. I did a live this morning. Check it out if you haven't already about how to make this miracle concoction. I was getting so many questions about how to make it. So I went on and I just created my celery juice morning routine in front of you. Because I don't really hold back. Hi, it's Friday morning. Take a little deep breath right now. It's the end of a week. You get to do this day however way you want to do this day. This day is going to be exactly the way you create it. So tell yourself you're in charge and that it's going to be a day filled with ease, joy, and flow. And then watch that magic unfold. Tell your body, tell your brain that you're about to go have an amazing day. And if you're in New York, it's sort of sleety, rainy, snowy out there, and it's gorgeous. And it's a gorgeous day, and it's exactly the right conditions for you to go to work today and have the best day. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly the day you're gonna have. Okay, so I already made my celery juice. I'm already enjoying it. Oh, so sorry about that. But I am committed to having my Celery Talk episodes on Mondays and Fridays. Let me know if you like that or don't like that. But I want to start your day, or I want to start your week, and then I want to end your week with some good knowledge bombs. So today I want to talk about some great stuff, money. I really want to talk about debt. And actually there's two things that go with debt. There's emotional debt, which I do want to talk about that. But there's financial debt that I never hear anyone talk about. I really don't. I might see a commercial about, oh, it's okay if you have to consolidate your debt, right? And they kind of be nice about it. But I don't hear anybody on here talking about how, unless it's like, oh, and now I'm a millionaire, but I was in debt. No, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm in debt right now. And I'm not in debt because my previous employer stole $76,000 from me, though that is a part of it, but there's a whole, we're going to peel it back. And I'm not in debt because I'm an entrepreneur and I basically am putting my own human capital and financial capital up myself, though that is part of it. I am in debt because I want you to like me. That when my company that I worked for was imploding on itself, I needed to keep up and make you believe I was okay. And I had to make you believe I was okay by not skipping a beat with the cocktails, with the dinners, with the shoes, with the bags, with the vacations and the experiences. I needed you to like me so much that it was more important than my own financial security. How fucked up is that? But I have gratitude for driving myself into a place, into a corner, into a bottom that makes me look at it and go, what the hell how did I get here? And why is this really going on? You know, so much of our spending is immediate gratification. I want it now. They have it, I need it now. I need to do it now. It's trendy now. It might not be great later. This shoe, this bag, this sweater, this whatever. I gotta do it right now, and I'm bored, so I might as well do it right now. So there's that immediate gratification hole that it fills, right? And then there's the God-sized hole that it fills. For me, it filled the I seek people's approval for everything I do hole, also part of the God-sized hole. But the real point here is that while I was demonstrating to you how together I was, that my apartment was great and well decorated, that my bracelet stack was well curated, you know, I had rings and earrings and makeup, and when you were gone, and you didn't love me anymore, by the way, you actually didn't give me any more love than you probably already were going to, but it wasn't enough, right, for me. But when you were gone, I was sitting here all by myself with stuff that was fairly meaningless to me, and accumulating debt. So the God-sized hole thing is a real thing, and what this opportunity to go in debt provided to me, because I'm doing work on myself every day. I'm doing work on myself as human, and now that I'm in the coaching field, I do work on myself every single time I talk to you, every single time I think about you. I go deeper on myself. I go deeper into my limiting beliefs. I go deeper into my belief system to see where can I change these things to serve me. What's not serving me and what can serve me more, can serve me better. So this was one of those moments. So thank God I had the work, right? How could I get curious about what was going on in my life? And how could I stop having panic attacks? Because on paper, you'd have a fucking panic attack if you looked at this stuff. And I was having panic attacks, but it was like, that's not solving a problem. That's not motivating me to go work harder, create more opportunities and more money and more income for my family. So what's the alternative? Well, the alternative is getting curious about what's going on here. How did this happen? And so that's when I uncovered this limiting belief of seeking approval from other people. That is actually literally what drove me into, nearly 6-figure debt. And how can I change that? And what's really keeping me there? What's keeping me stuck, or what was keeping me stuck? And it was the shame and the guilt and the embarrassment that I had. I couldn't tell you. If I told you any of this, you were going to be like, oh, she is fucked up. Oh my God. And now all she's doing is she's out for our money now. That's what I really thought you would think of me. Not just as a human who is living in a world that is consumerism and marketing all the time to you, and living in an ecosystem in New York City of people that are constantly trying to keep up with one another, right? Like, no, we can't, no, it's you. You're flawed. You have a character defect, right? No, bullshit. I'm aware of the belief that I had was I needed your approval, so I stopped at nothing to do it, even if it meant it was painful and suffering for me. And then I also uncovered some money blocks that, I have a belief about money that it will always be taken away from me. So if you don't take it away from me, I'll just go ahead and facilitate that myself. That was a serious subconscious underlying belief in my mind. Of course, consciously you hear that and you're like, what? That's insane. Well, I'll sit down and tell you about my story and you'll be like, I guess I get it. I get it now. I get why you think people were going to take your money away all the time. But what's fucked up about that is I didn't hoard it. I just got rid of it. Because then you couldn't hurt me because I didn't have it. Right? These things are so powerful to come to these realizations. So, okay, long story short, I have a ton of gratitude, right? I handed my Chase Sapphire card over and, the lady, oh, this is declined. That's what she says in front of everybody at the Hampton Chutney, right? This is declined. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I knew it any minute now, but I wasn't going to check that balance because it was too scary. Too scary. So that was a wake-up call. But because I do the work, I had a moment, in that very moment, in the sandwich shop, to go, I could be embarrassed by this, or I could be taught a lesson by this. And the lesson wasn't, oh, I need to manage my money better. The lesson is I need to take away that embarrassment. I need to take away that shame and that guilt, and I need to look at it for what it truly is, which is a piss poor limiting belief that I have about money. And I need to recalibrate and recheck my priorities. And I can do that. And I have the tools to do that. And one of those tools is letting go of what you think of me. And every day I practice that. I show up like this. I do weird stuff on a camera. I share even more of myself, and I get the real love that I'm really seeking to fill my God-sized hole. So let's stop shaming each other about debt, and let's help each other. Let's find compassion and empathy and understand that our friends who are experiencing these things, it's not because they're stupid. It's not because they're dumb. It's probably because they need some motherfucking love. So give them some love and watch what happens. Give them space. Stop trying to solve their problems. Stop giving them money. I'll tell you that much. And I'm not saying that in an uncompassionate way. Give them space so they can actually truly get to the heart of what's going on and have gratitude for that experience. I'm so stinking grateful for my debt. I'm grateful to Chase for offering me an opportunity to pay over time. I'm grateful for a world that created an ability for us to have everything that I want with nothing, with no money coming in. And with the gratitude, I get smarter every day about the way that I manage my money. And I ask questions, and I'm not in fear of what you might think of me if I don't know the answer and I need to ask you for it. So stop shaming, stop vilifying people, stop hiding, and start asking for help. And start sharing this. Because I know there's some of you that are hiding from this. Let me know. I can bring that shit right up and out. We can get rid of that right away. Because that's the only way it's going to get solved and not happen to you again, is when it gets solved and doesn't happen to you again. If you're finding these things continue to happen to you, it's because of your belief system. And we got to get in there and we need to surgically fucking remove it. Get it out of your life because it doesn't serve you. And guess what happens? It might seem painful and scary to be speaking your truth. Or you say that for what, 90 seconds? Or for me, 10 minutes. Speak your truth, and then it's lit up in front of a person that can help you. That knows, man, girl, I know. I got a plan now. And that plan is two things, right? It's, understanding how to pay down debt effectively. And then two, it's loving myself so I don't have to buy shit so you'll like me. Shit is real. And if you're not admitting that sometimes that's not real, then we gotta talk about that too. I got super heavy on you. But I'm really committed to bringing all this stuff up and out. Let's talk about real stuff. You can go over to those Instagrams and look at the beautiful sunsets, but come back over here and get a little bit of a dose of reality. Come to your own insights about how you can change your life. I love you all so much. Look at your financials today. Look at them. And so because awareness is key. Let me know what else you want to talk about. What are these other deep, dark secrets that we need to talk about? I love you.